What's going on, guys? jblader 111 here, back again doing another video on the Minegard SMP. Hope you guys are having a great day, and today on the Minegard SMP we are back over here at the sorter. In the last episode I spent a lot of time, about 10 minutes, explaining how this sorter works, so we're not going to talk about it at all today. I will talk a little bit about the design here, and of course if you want to see that, make sure you just check my channel or check the playlist. You'll be able to see exactly how this sorter works. I talked about troubleshooting it and setting it up in the world, how I set it up, all that stuff. But for this part I decided to go with dark prismarine walls just because I really like the dark prismarine, and then we went with smooth quartz floor and sea lanterns, so white and the cyan color, which I think works really nicely. We just got some empty shulker boxes over here now, along with my cutie boxes that hold some of my gear that I need access to sometimes. We moved the map over here, and we're now in this little building, and added a little entrance and exit right here so we can access the storage building a little bit easier, I suppose. Right now I've got scaffolding, so we can go down here and do some work if we need to access chests or anything like that. And you'll also be able to see that I've cleared out this area over here and extended the tunnel over this way. Unfortunately, the machine sticks out a little bit right there, but it's okay. It'll add some character. You'll be able to see the minecart working and stuff, so I think it'll be okay. So today I want to add some bulk storage over here and then combine... Where did you come from, dude? I've been trying to mob-proof this place as much as possible. We're going to add some bulk storage over here, and then we're going to be moving some of these items through like a sewer system, I think is what we're going to call it. Yeah, so it's going to go under the ground down to like I don't know, probably not Y11. We'll probably pick a Y coordinate. Maybe we'll take it down to Y11. And then we'll bring up the items back up here. And then this is just going to be a huge bulk sorter area. We'll be able to use anything from this brick wall to that brick wall. And if we need more space, I could just put a building behind this thing, honestly. And I think that would work quite well. Let's head back up here. Anyway, guys, that's what we're going to be doing on the server. Remember, this is an SMP server, so there's a lot of other people creating content on here. Make sure you go check out some of their stuff because I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. And I've been having a blast playing on here and getting stuff done. Of course, you know, a few episodes ago we were building over here and just having a blast doing that. So we've been doing some building stuff and then technical stuff, and we're getting ready to do a little bit more technical stuff before we do a little bit more building and whatnot. So wait, what is this? Oh, yes. My good friend Goody dropped this off. I need your help. There is an alliance of evil murderers inside the great guild of Nafosh. We need to purge those evil beings for the greater good, so I suggest to open the Grand Crusade of Light. Goody. I think you're onto something. Over here at Spawn Town, haven't showed this area off for a while, but every time I'm over here, there's new buildings going up, just like this B right here, this shop here, and a new building there. Let's first check out this one before we head over to the guild. We got books here, 3 diamonds per book. Good price. Ezio's bookshop here, and I really like the medieval type of building here too. He's nailed it. And I think this is Goody's build over to the right. So let's take a gander at this. He wanted to build something that was going to go right beside my building. Oh my goodness, I see some ships over there and it looks really good. Oh man, this place is coming together so great. Look at that. It fits so well right next to my little building. This is so cool. Let's see. Redstone Empire opening soon a G Corp store. Man, Goody's gonna have a monopoly on his hand here. This looks great. It's like an outlet mall type of design. Runs right into my building. I like the use of the stone slabs like that. You don't see that very often anymore. Adds a ton of texture. And just a lot of great detailing with the smooth quartz. The red terracotta is also really nice. Man, he just nailed that building. It looks really nice. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, we came over here because the guild up here has been up to, well, I think he's been up to some no good stuff in here. Let's see. Guild members only. I am a guild member, so I'm good to go. KFC, 3 kills for 1 diamond. You cannot kill yourself. Yeah, this is what's going on. So when Goody joined the guild here, he was one of the people that you could get there his head, and I don't think he liked that very much. So we may have to do something to kind of protect ourselves here, because these guys are going to start PvPing us eventually, trying to get our hands, or our heads in their hands on some diamonds. Of course, remember, all this stuff is all in good fun. No harm, no foul. If something does happen, that is just part of the game. But we may have to Goody and I may have to team up. I mean, we're already like a powerhouse here on the server. We already got probably the most diamonds. We got, see, look at this, 8 diamonds there. We got tons and tons of goods for sale. We got probably the biggest bases, and we probably AFK and play or play the most too. I was gonna say, like, AFK isn't really playing, but I mean, we do both AFK and play a lot as well. So we probably have the most resources on here. I don't know. Super Bongo does AFK a lot. Anyway, don't mind if I do. Whenever I'm over here and I have diamonds, I just buy some iron. I can't be bothered to make an iron farm right now. I can just buy it pretty cheaply. I can trade 5 minutes of golden carrot farming for a few stacks of iron blocks, so I will do that all day long. Also, I use Goody's monument farm there to get some of these blocks that we need. Anyway, let's head back over to the base and work on setting up some more bulk storage. So this is the item elevator that I have created here in the base. We're going to have items fall from down here. Let's go down here and take a look. So down here in my mining area, which you guys may have seen before, this is my strip mining area, we're going to have items be able to feed in here. They'll slow down just enough to get on the soul sand, and then they'll be item elevated up all the way up this glass column here. I just went with the brown glass yet again. It's really easy to farm and collect, and then the items will end up here. So this is now working, the item elevator part. And then when we build farms like the cactus farm and the slime farm, we'll just drop the items down here, and we'll be able to collect them all in one area. Like this will be like that central, you know, farming area. And then as for the items, the bulk items through here, we'll be able to carry them down and put a secondary water stream right next to this one, and the items yet again will be able to feed in. So let me get some chests in place now and start organizing the way these items are going to flow. Placing in a few blocks of the ceiling here now, and we're just going to carry this dark prismarine design over here, making a little hallway into this room, of course with the sea lanterns. They are a little expensive, but I think the look is really nice. So we'll be able to look through here and see how the items are going up and feeding into the system. As for the design of this area, smooth quartz for the walls. We're going to have staggered chests here, so all the items will flow to the bottom. And we're going to have 10 of them here before we put an impulse SV item sorter up there. That way all the bulk items will come down here to the bottom. And then if we later want to rip this out for a shulker box loading system, we could do that, although that requires shulker boxes. So we're just gonna do this for a while. I'm not a huge fan of mining out, or end busting for tons and tons of shulker boxes, even though I will say that is definitely the most efficient way to build some bulk sorters like this. So I guess the trick now is really just going to be figuring out what items we need to sort. I want to go ahead and sort all of the items of potential farms that I could make in this area. So that is going to be items like the stone variants, sand and gravel, dirt, stuff like that, as well as potatoes, sugarcane, kelp, bamboo, all those things that we could farm in some level of bulk or in mass production. I'm going to want to get those as well. So that is kind of what I'm going to be figuring out. Right now I have like 25 slots here, and I don't know how many we're going to need. So let's kind of figure that out. Let's put in a little bit of this roof for this part here. And what's nice is that this building is really tall, so we have plenty of area for the items to come up over here, and then we can hide some redstone above this hallway if we need to. And I think it matches in really nicely with the aesthetic on this side. So I'm pretty pleased with how this place has turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Anyway, let's get back to work and hopefully finish up a little bit more of this storage area today. Okay, the Impulse SV item sorter is good to go. If you guys have never seen this before, it's really simple, and I use it in a lot of my builds. They just use a comparator and a repeater and some redstone dust and a redstone torch right there, and they lock this hopper unless the item goes through. It's basically an if-and, if you guys are familiar with something like encoding or in programming. If this item comes through, for example, if we're sorting ice, if ice comes through, then it'll allow the item to pass through based on the comparator strength. So it's pretty easy to use, and it's pretty overflow safe, which is why I like using it. So yet again, cheaper than shulker box loaders at this point for me. I don't have a lot of quartz anyway. like not the actual quartz like this, the nether quartz. I have the blocks, but not the actual quartz. And all I gotta do is come up and replace this with an ice block, because right now I'm pretty sure it's going to get stuck on the... Oh, it actually did pass over. Huh, that's interesting. So maybe we should test that. If items have enough velocity, they will pass over these blocks. But ideally, we replace this with a packed ice block so it won't melt. And then the item will get aligned to these chests here, and then it'll flow into these hoppers that are pointing into the comparators where we have the if-ands. And if we take a look down here, I've got all of these chests now hooked up so that if we put an item in here, these are all going to flow to the very, very bottom chest. And in this case, it's going to flow into this very, very bottom hopper, where we're going to be able to put a shulker box in here. And so let's say this one is stone, and we just come by and we're like, we're doing a project where we need stone. We just pick up this shulker box and we go on our merry way. We got a shulker box full of stone, or we can take that stone and shulker box and put it in here, and then put a new shulker box down, and it'll fill up over time. I think it's a pretty convenient way to do things, and I am pleased with how this project is turning out so far. Let's drop off a few of these redstone items here. So the only thing we really got to do now is hook up the slime farm to this little system right here, and then all of our slime is going to be going into this right here. So let's go get some shulker boxes so that we can put those in place, a few more hoppers so we can put those in place, and I've got to do some grinding off camera, because things like nether quartz that I mentioned a minute ago, we don't have a ton of it, and I definitely need more of it. So those things are going to be some things that I'm going to be farming, but for right now, we're just going to leave it at this. The first thing sorting here is going to be slime, so let's hook up the slime farm, and maybe the cactus farm as well, up to the system so we can sort this stuff in bulk and never have to worry about it. Alright, I actually hear some slime dying right now, so I know this thing is still working. Hopefully we'll see those things get picked up. Sometimes the minecarts of the slime farm can get stuck, but yeah, if you haven't seen me working on that, you can go check that out a few episodes ago. Anyway, we're over here. This is going to be the item sewer system, as you know. Let's go ahead and put a hole in here, and we're going to put that there, and now items are going to be redirected this way. It is that easy. Items are no longer going to go up there. So now, what I'm going to do real quick while we're down here, let's check on this item pickup system and make sure this is functioning. Unfortunately, the minecarts have stopped. Man, that is a bummer. Let's see if I can get under there and fix this. This, I think, is going to be the fastest way to fix this. Yeah, sometimes these minecarts lose momentum. I don't know why. Do not know why that is. I think it has to do with chunks reloading and unloading. It's just something that I think happens from time to time on a server, which is unfortunate, but that is okay. Stuff like that does happen. Anyway, alright, so now these items are being chucked through. We're going to leave these here just in case I got to do that again. So the items are going through here. They're going up. They should be going now, feeding into the system over here to our side. Let's check. Yeah, it's going up here. Now, I'm worried that these items are going to have too much velocity. Yes, they definitely do. They definitely have too much velocity. So let's just break this out and replace it with some stone or some brick. Oh man, they still have way too much speed going through. So I can't just block it up because I eventually want items to be going through from every direction. So a temporary fix would be just to put a block here. But like I said, I eventually want items to be able to feed in from every direction. So we're going to take the temporary route right now and just block that off. Items are 100% going to shoot up now. But we're going to have to fool around with the item velocity because, as you see, they just come in flying on this packed ice, which is something I was aware of, but yeah, a little bit much. Anyway, let's go ahead and follow these items up and set up the sorter so that these things will start sorting right away. Slime is still going up the item elevator here, which is perfect. We just got to make sure that this item sorter right here is now going to be aligned with enough slime so that slime will be going through. Looks good to me. So now that will sort out all of the slime. Let's make sure this is going around correctly. Yeah, it looks great. We need to replace this block right here with a packed ice block. Perfect. Okay. And then if we go down here and look in the shulker box, we're going to have some slime in there. And that's going to be constantly filling up as more slime is working. I just got to move the slime that's over there over here as well. And then this one will be the slime. And now it is official. So just like that, we got some slime going in there. Awesome. I think this build is going to be really cool, and we're going to have a lot of cool things here. Sadly, I'm out of time for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I did a lot of work for this one on stream, so make sure you can go back and watch that if you're interested. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.